And Odegaard needs to step up, man. I don't know what's going on with Odegaard, man. He looks like he's homeless, man. Is he all right, man? Like, this
is a typical Odegaard performance.
He needs to fix up a little bit, man. I need him. You know, what's going on with this Odegaard?
Yeah, but people have glazed this guy for a long time, man. People glaze Odegaard.
He look rough, man. I feel like he's been on a bender or something, man. For the
baby, man. They're going to tell you it's the baby.
What does he actually do? What does he actually do?
Keeping him off it now.
I'll tell you what he does. LB. He runs around and he does that skipping arm run, yeah. So skipping around like this, spinning around in a circle, yeah, and then pass it backwards. So then when you look at his pass accuracy, he had 92 touches, he completed 91 of them. Nobody cares, bro. What's he done? Yeah, Kieran Tierney come up. In fact, Kieran Tierney's created more this season than he has. Yeah, and he's been sat on the bench all season.
I thought you said Harvey Elliott. You think Harvey Elliott's a better player than you?
Harvey Elliott's miles better than him, mate. The hype around this geezer, is ridiculous. It's based off of the fact that when he was 15, Real Madrid signed him. Yeah, if he was that good, he'd still be playing for them. Dani Ceballos has been one of their best players this season. Yeah, he still plays for them. He's still won honours there after going back. Yeah, why is Odegaard slumming it at Arsenal? Why? Because he's shit, bruv. He ain't technically to look at. Oh, yeah, he's a nice, clean and tidy player. He's crap. Yeah. Bro, he ain't got the IQ.
Do you think that he's just been poor because I don't know about you, but I think he plays his best foot when Saka's down on that right hand side. He needs to link up.
No. We're not doing this. He's had Saka. He's had Saka for 3 years. What's he done?
Lee,
you guys are hating on it. But wait, Don, before you come in, yeah, because you're a Y Scout specialist, so you should know when you're looking at this game tactically. You're looking at about how Arsenal break team down. We're talking about how bad Arsenal have been attackingly this season. It's been all season. They've had attacking issues, can't score goals. 1 goal against Everton in 2 games shows you that enough. They literally haven't beaten Everton this season, which is crazy to say, yeah. When you watch that Arsenal last season, all of their attacks, literally 90% of their attacks came down that right-hand side with the link up between Ben White, Saka, and Odegaard. I think Odegaard's been missing that link up as to why you're seeing him being exposed a bit more. Because it's because now he's now being tasked to, which you're right to, Lee, is he's supposed to have more responsibility now that the other players aren't there in the attack. But he's not stepping up to that responsibility. He's not a player that's going to shoot a lot. He's not a player that's going to give you that final third action or play that deadly pass when you need it to. He doesn't do it. He'd rather play the ball safe and just keep the ball moving. So is that not a fair point to sit there and say that that's why he's been poor this season? Whether that's an excuse or not it's besides the point. But when you analyze it, that is one of the key reasons.
I'll let Lee respond to that.
Bro, he's had Saka with him for 3 years, 3.5 years. Yeah, what has he done? Apart from get 2 pay rises. Went from 80 grand to 115 grand to 240 grand. For what? 240 grand, you know. He's on more money than Van Dijk. For what?
40.
Bro, you should see our wage bill. I swear we're effed. Yeah, wage bill is effed. Yeah.
Do you know what it is, Lee? I just don't think that this isn't new because let's be honest, when you brought in Moreno was brought in to unlock the left-hand side because Odegaard had already had the key to the right-hand side.
Let's bring in a defensive midfielder. Do you know what I mean?
All I'm saying is that your midfield obviously is built up of having one guy that's going to unlock and work well with one side. And with Odegaard on that right-hand side, that worked well. But when it's not got all the keys, all the cogs there together, it's just going to be a mess.
Dude, I hear what you're saying to an extent, right? But if you go back to even the start of the season, big up Roms, yeah, he was getting nervous about Arsenal. He was like, watch when Odegaard comes back, they're going to go on a run and that. And I told Roms, I said, bro, even before Odegaard got injured, he was not playing well. And that was even with Saka. Do you get it? The guys that were turning up at the start of the season was Saka and Havertz, to be fair. Havertz started the season off quite well in terms of the numbers. He tailed off a little bit. But Odegaard wasn't playing well, bro, right? Go back to the season when they loaned him. He wasn't great in that season, bruv, right? Bare Arsenal fans were talking about...
they were saying Maddison over him.
Let's get Maddison, right? And then they went into the first year they competed. He was amazing that season. Cool, fair enough. The season, start of last season, bro, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, their levels all dropped. Because we was all talking about, okay, Arsenal are getting results, but they're not playing well. And for me, I kept talking about those players. I said, individually, they have not been that good in comparison to last season, right? Second half of last season, to be fair to him, for me, he was at a world-class level, bruv, right?
No, he weren't. No, he weren't. No, he weren't. No, he weren't.
He was, man.
No,
He
he
was one of
wasn't.
the best players in the league.
All right, so okay, cool. Tell me where he was in the second half against Bayern Munich then. Yeah, in the Allianz. Tell me where he was against Aston Villa at home when we lost 2-0. Tell me, no. Because when you say world class, yeah, no, lads, 1 second, yeah. When you say world class players turn up in big moments of big football matches to win them for you. Yeah. So when your back's up, hold up. Did we beat Bayern Munich? No, we didn't. Did we beat Aston Villa?
The game against Porto, bro.
Man, listen to what you just said. Porto. Are you crazy?
It's Champions League, bro. It was literally the round.
No, we're not gassing up the Porto thing. We could. Don, I remember.
40-year-old Pepe was playing in that game.
Hold on. Let's be fair now. You just
get out of it, man.
You just asked me. That was a knockout game. That was a knockout game. I remember Arsenal were very poor against Porto. Saka got locked up by my man, yeah, against Porto. Odegaard had a moment of brilliance that we talk about in the Champions League all the time. Moment of brilliance. He gave the ball to Trossard. You score. Fair enough, you won on penalties, but you ended up coming back because of Odegaard, right?
Cool. Tell me where he was against Newcastle. Tell me where he was against Fulham home and away. Tell me where he was against West Ham last season. Yeah, away, at home. Tell me where.
That was away. Second half, you played them away. You battered them, bro. You beat them for like what?
Where was he in the home game when we lost 2-0?
I said second half of the season, bro. That's what I said.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Guess what? You have to do it consistently, mate. Yeah. In the second half of the season, he didn't fucking show up against Aston Villa. Yeah, that's when we needed him. Ollie Watkins turned up. Tillemans turned up. Yeah, they turned up. All of them turned up. And guess what? That cost us the title. Yeah, Fulham away, Fulham at home. Where was he then? What was he doing in them games? I don't give a shit about what he's doing in dead rubber games that don't lead to nothing against Porto. Yeah, when it really matters that gets you into a semi-final, that geezer disappeared in the Allianz. Yeah, couldn't find him. Yeah, couldn't find him. So this is why when I sit there. Yeah, man's like when I sit there and people go, "Oh yeah, but you know, there's no shame losing to Bayern." Yes, there was. They won nothing, mate. Worst Bayern team in a decade or more. Yeah, what did we do?
You know what though?
What did we do? He's shit, bro. He is crap. Yeah, I swear, I've called that out from day one. Yeah, that geezer is a scrub, and I've stuck with it. And guess what? People are now seeing he's actually a fucking scrub. Thank you very much. This is why my takes on players always marinate 3 years later. Yeah, and you're going to apologize about Savio real soon as well. Trust me.
The point that I'm making about
I don't know about that one.
Season, he had a better second half of the season, but the point that I'm making, Lee, is that Odegaard hasn't been this mad, consistent guy all the time at Arsenal, right? He's had little peaks and drop offs, and he's had you know, right now he's had a poor season. Let's be honest about it, bro. This season he's been poor. You know what I mean? And next year, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think it's fair to say that he's a bad player like you're painting Lee. You're painting him to be a dud.
What Lee's saying, I don't think he's a bad player. Lee just hates him, right?
I just don't understand what the geezer does. But I'm real. He doesn't score. He doesn't create.
I feel like he would do a lot better in your team.
That's not happening right now. He doesn't score and he doesn't create. So what does he actually do?
And that's what I'm saying.
It's not in his hair.
He allows people to maybe play their game and.
That's the thing, Saeed, though. Sometimes when you're playing a game, when you're a high possession team, you need someone that's for one's going to retain the ball really well, keep it moving, but also it's with regards to like the pace at what the game is being played at. You need someone who can slow down the game and speed it up at times. Odegaard does do that well. Let's not lie. When you want someone to slow down the game sometimes and it's being a bit too far, he's going to be the guy to do the ball roll, turn it, just do the little 1-2s and stuff.
Let me ask you a question then. Yeah, if you're saying Odegaard's there, just keep them ticking, right?
The pace setter.
Who you looking at? Who you looking at there in that midfield to get you goals and to create for them? Then?
That's the problem, though. Arsenal are missing that player. What I do think, which I will say, this is just me thinking as a solution. I think Odegaard needs to be dropped into the 8 and you play Waneri in the 10. I don't think Waneri is going to get enough options playing out on the right hand side behind Saka. But also, I think with the type of player he is dribbling, because I think that's what Arsenal miss. You got far too many players that want to pass.
Yeah,
you need someone that just runs with that ball. Direct.
Yeah, but that's done by design, Jules. That's done by design. Our manager don't want them to do that because they lose the ball and we get countered. He's so fixated with keeping the ball. You hear him on the touchline, bro. Keep the ball. Don't pass down the wing. Keep the ball.
Lee, you're saying it's done by design, but when you look at your forwards, I don't think you have forwards capable of even being Saka's not a great dribbler. He normally gives it and goes byline you in behind. He's not. I wouldn't say he's a great dribbler. Trossard's not a great dribbler. You know that someone that he's probably your best dribbler in your front line, Gabriel Jesus, but that's when he gets to the final first, he's non-existent. But you don't. I know you're saying it's bad design, but I look at Arsenal's forward. You don't have great dribblers across your front. Martinelli's not a great dribbler.
Yeah, but that's why he wants them to keep the ball. So they get down the wing. Yeah, then they stop. They look up. They pass it back into Odegaard. Odegaard passes it to Timbra. Timbra pass it back to Saka. Saka try and do a quick give and go. Goal kick.
This is the thing, though. Your fan base are mad delusional about your midfield. Like the way I hear some of your fan base, I even had a fucking debate the other day with Jess, talking about your midfield. All of this, and I'm like, I look at your midfield and it's fucking stale as fuck, right?
Thank you.
You got Declan Rice playing out of position. I'm not gonna overly listen. The guy's not on 8. Let's be real. People that send me these, I have some fucking Arsenal, some Gunners sending these stats about.
Yeah, but he's not 8. He's not a better 6 than Partey. He's not a better 6 than Partey.
He's a centre
back. This is my point, Rob. This is my point. This is my point. The guy is not an 8, right? And the guy, if you want to progress the ball as a 6, as a lone 6, he's not that, right? And you've got Odegaard. We've spoken about the problems he's got already. So when I'm talking about Arsenal, and I'm an Arsenal fan right now, I want that midfield revamped, right? If they go into next season, I'm hoping they go into that midfield next season, with Odegaard and Rice still playing in those positions. You'll probably get a new 6 because Partey will probably leave, right? And for me, I'm not really worried about that midfield if you keep it like that, bro. I'll be real. If you keep it like that, it's going to remain stale, blood.
Doesn't have enough going forward, does it?
It doesn't. Offensively, it is not great, bro. Like I look at these guys. When I was at the Emirates, hold on, Saeed. When I was at the Emirates, cool. These man off the ball, brilliant. The way they counter press you is fantastic, bro. Right? But it's not all about what you do off the ball, bruv. Right? What are you doing on the ball? How many chances are you creating for the team? Right? How often are you actually adding goals to the team? Yeah. I don't see that enough from these guys. You know what I mean?